At first, there was no money. In the jungle, value was simple: food, shelter, safety. If you had bananas, you were rich. If you didn't, you weren't. Monkeys traded directly: one banana for help, two bananas for protection, three bananas for loyalty. It worked. Until it didn't. Because bananas had a problem: they rot. Some monkeys gathered more food than they needed. Others had nothing to trade except their labor. So a question appeared, not spoken, but felt. How do you store value when food disappears? That's where things began to change. Certain objects lasted longer than food. Shiny stones, rare shells, hard seeds. They had no practical use, but they didn't rot. Slowly, these objects became symbols, not of usefulness, but of agreement. A shiny stone meant, "I owe you." A shell meant, "You helped me before." Without realizing it, monkeys created something new: money, not because they planned to, but because complexity forced them to. As tribes grew larger, direct exchange became inefficient. You couldn't remember every favor. You couldn't track every debt. So symbols replaced memory, but symbols brought new problems. Some monkeys collected more symbols than others, not because they worked harder, but because they controlled access: those near food sources, those close to leaders, those who understood the system early. Suddenly, wealth wasn't about contribution, it was about position. The jungle didn't change, but power did. Monkeys began working not for food, but for symbols that promised food later. This changed behavior. Cooperation turned into competition. Trust turned into calculation. The system created efficiency, but it also created inequality. And here's the important part: the monkeys didn't understand what they had built. They believed the symbols were valuable on their own. They forgot that value came from agreement. When too many symbols existed but not enough food, conflict followed. Inflation arrived before the monkeys had a word for it. More symbols, same resources, prices rose, trust fell. Some monkeys blamed others, some blamed leaders, some blamed outsiders. But the cause was simpler: they had mistaken representation for reality. Money was never food, it was never shelter, it was a promise. And promises only work when everyone believes them. This is why monkey economies collapsed again and again, not because monkeys were foolish, but because systems grow faster than understanding. Human economies are not different. We didn't invent money because we were smart. We invented it because we were forced to.